Good evening, guys. Let me rotate. Oh, that's much better. But this one goes out to loved ones, especially parents of those that are dealing with autism. This is just a bunch of information that nobody's ever told you because the professionals that you see typically aren't themselves autistic, so they don't actually know what it's like. They can read about it and they can talk to it, but for no fault of their own, they're not able to walk a mile in our shoes. But basically, being autistic, you just have a different sense of social norms. We autists default to what's logical and rational, and we follow a few basic axioms of like do no harm, don't infringe upon another. Um, we're comfortable with solitude. Um, you know, we typically have enhanced memories and recall and just an innate grasp of all things mechanical, mathematical, logical, and technological because those are systems with very explicit and well-defined rules and boundaries. But when you get into a social situation, like what you have to understand is like when you were little and you went to elementary school and you had time with friends, like just making friends and like understanding what a behavior was appropriate and inappropriate just came naturally, you know. It's just one of those things, like it's just two different systems, different but not less. And that was pioneered by Dr. Temple Grandin. But just off the top of my head, if you watch the movie Temple Grandin, it's on HBO, or you can purchase a copy. Uh, that'll help fill you in. And if you read the book I'm Okay, You're Okay by Thomas A. Harris, that'll teach you about transactional analysis, and that'll really help you communicate. And then also, anyone that has a kid, autistic or not, should pick up and read The Dog Whisperer by Cesar Millan or watch his show, because especially when you have children with neurological conundrums, you have to be calm, cool, collective, and assertive. You can be firm, but you have to be in control of the situation. You have to set strict guidelines, and you have to be willing to follow through on discipline for breaking the rules, because society will discipline people that never learn to respect the rules, and that's typically called jail or prison. But just know that there's a lot of misinformation out there about people with autism, and we can experience and understand the full range of emotion. And I'd say we're quite passionate in the emotions that we choose to engage with, whether that be love or joy or bliss. And it's we might not always know how to verbally express ourselves, but that doesn't mean that we're not trying in our own way, in a way that makes sense to us, to express our love that we have for you guys. And yeah, just know, like, it's okay. Like, I consider autism a superpower. I mean, sure, it has some drawbacks and some frustrations, but I'm really good with math and numbers. Like, I don't have any contacts stored in my phone because I just remember phone numbers. And then, like the question I ask everyone I meet is their full name. Like their full name and their birthday. And that's how I just catalog them up here and just keep with it. So, it's one of those things that, yeah, I'm here to say, hey, let's get the word out. Let's get people talking. Let's realize, like, hey, like, it's just different. It's not less. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just a different set of social norms that isn't societal social norms. But if you look autistic people in general don't have criminal histories because we can read the laws and we can understand, oh, hey, these people came together, they made these laws, like I should abide by them because we like to do good. We like helping people out. We just may struggle to express it with our words, but our actions can do it. And, I'd say not having children myself and, being the only autistic kid in a neurotypical family, like, I can imagine it's a fair amount of stress. I look at my own neurotypical parents, and yeah, there's just extra responsibility that comes because there's a communication situation that arises because converting from non-autistic to autistic or autistic to non-autistic takes a couple extra steps, and I'm just a guy trying to break it down to help everyone out. Well, that's about all I got for this one. You guys have a good night.